Hello everyone, welcome back to the second lesson of We Should All Be Feminists by Adichie. Let's move on to another section of the essay. Men and women are different. We have different hormones and different sexual organs and different biological abilities. Women can have babies, men cannot. Men have more testosterone, that is male sexual hormones, testosterones, and are in general physically stronger than women. There are slightly more women than men in the world. 52% of the world's population is female, but most of the positions of power and prestige are occupied by men. The late Kenyan Nobel Prize laureate Wangari Maathai put it simply and well when she said, "The higher you go, the fewer women there are." So, in this paragraph, Adichie offers a comparison between men and women, how similar they are and how different they are. Biologically, men and women are different. We have different hormones, different sexual organs. Women can have babies, men cannot. In hormones, they are different. That is, a male sexual hormone is higher in male. That makes him, in general, physically a bit stronger than women. But the number of women in the world is much higher than that of men. 52% of world's population is female. Though the number of women in the world is higher, the important positions of power and prestige are occupied by men. What I said is, though the number of women in the world is higher, the positions of prestige occupied, positions of power occupied, are mostly occupied by men rather than women. The late Kenyan Nobel Prize laureate Wangari Maathai referred that the higher you go in position of power and prestige, fewer women there are. So as we move up in power and prestige, the number of women in higher positions are fewer and fewer. However, the number of women in the world is higher than that of the position of than the number of men. In the recent US elections, we kept hearing of Lily Ledbetter law, and if we go beyond that nicely alliterative name means alliteration, repeating of consonant sounds one after another. Here, Lily Ledbetter law, L repeats. So, if we go beyond that nicely alliterative name, it was really about this. In the US, a man and a woman are doing the same job with the same qualifications, and the man is paid more because he is a man. So, this is something that Lily Ledbetter Law pointed out, that in US, men and women doing the same job with the same qualifications, but man is paid more because he is a man. So, in a literal way, in a superficial way, men rule the world. This made sense 1,000 years ago because human beings lived then in a world in which physical strength was the most important attribute for survival. Physically stronger person was more likely to lead, and men in general are physically stronger. There are, of course, exceptions, many exceptions. Today, we live in a vastly different world. The person more qualified to lead is not the physically stronger person. It is the more intelligent, more knowledgeable, the more creative, the more innovative. There are no hormones for those attributes. A man is as likely as a woman to be intelligent, innovative, creative. We have evolved, but our ideas of gender have not evolved very much. So, in this last paragraph, she says that in a way, men rule the world. It would have been made some sense. It would have made some meaning if it was so 1,000 years ago. Because 1,000 years ago, human beings lived in a world where physical strength was most important attribute for survival. Physical strength was most important. However, today it is not like that. Things have changed. The physically stronger person was likely to lead 1,000 years ago, and being the number of testosterones higher in men, men were physically, in general, physically stronger. Of course, there are many exceptions. Today, we live in a different world. Today, a person more qualified to lead, more qualified to be important, is not physically stronger person. Today, the intelligence has more importance. It is more intelligent, more knowledgeable, more creative, more innovative persons are leading today's world. So the period, times have changed. There are no hormones for those attributes. So no hormone will be able to uh, influence our intelligence or knowledgeability or creativity or our strength. So a man is likely as a woman to be intelligent, innovative, and creative. So in these aspects like intelligence, innovativeness, creativeness, in all these uh, elements, no hormones are having the role, and both a man and a woman can equally be intelligent, equally be innovative, equally be creative. So we we have evolved. We human beings have evolved. Evolve means grow and develop gradually, but our ideas of gender have not evolved much. Our ideas of gender have not evolved much. So this is another section, or another memory she enumerates. Adichie enumerates, in which there are difference between man and woman biologically. Uh, However, we are today living in a world in which the higher positions are occupied mainly by men and not by women. As we go higher, the number of women in higher positions are coming low, as per the command of the Nobel Prize laureate Wangari Maathai. Then, uh, um, in America, it is said that a man and woman doing the same job, but they are paid differently, because uh, uh, paid differently means man is paid more just because he is a man. Then today we are living in a world in which uh, intelligence has more importance rather than physical strength, as in ancient days. It is not so. Things have changed. So, in today's world, the supremacy of the uh, male community is not justified. So, it was so 1,000 years ago, but not anymore. So we have evolved, we have developed, but our attitudes of gender have not evolved much.